Nurse Sue here, and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make garlic lemon tuna pasta. This is what I like to call a pantry recipe. So let's picture it. It's Tuesday. You've had some financial stuff come up and you're just trying to make it to Friday till you go to the grocery store. You open the pantry and you say, what can I do with these ingredients? Or maybe you need to go to the grocery store and you just don't feel like it. So you're going, what can I make with what I have? This is that meal, and it is so good though. It is packed full of flavor, you guys. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've already cooked some spaghetti, so just no big deal there. 8 ounces of spaghetti, I've already cooked it, it's in the drainer, life is good. So I've got my skillet here. The recipe is in the description, but I will tell you, the recipe will tell you to add oil to the pan. I don't like to add as much oil as they call for, so a lot of times I'm just going to spray some oil on there so that I'm using a little less. And then the next thing I'm going to add is some garlic. Now it does call for several cloves of garlic, so I've already got one ready there. Let me pop another one in here real quick because I love garlic. All right, so let me get that garlic in there. And we're just going to stir that around for a few seconds just to get it kind of fragrant. Start to cook it off just a little bit. Move that out of the way. Now this recipe calls for the tuna that's in the pouches. I'm going to tell you what, those tuna pouches, they cost like $1.25 or $1.30 each. It calls for 2 of those. My little tuna packed in water cost me 99 cents. Actually, I think it was 95 or something. It was on sale. I'm all about the can, okay? So my can of tuna, it was 95, 99 cents, something like that. I used the packed in water. I'm just going to go ahead and put it in here, and I like to use the water and all. I'm assuming that there's probably like a lot of nutrients there that we throw away when we drain it. So I'm just going to use the whole thing. Now it's either 2 pouches or 1 can, whichever. So let me just break this up a little bit. And so I've got that garlic going, going to add that tuna to it. Now the next thing I'm going to add is some fresh lemon zest and some lemon juice. So the key with your lemon is to make sure that you microwave it first. You want to microwave it for about 20-25 seconds. It kind of loosens those juices, and then roll it on the counter. You're going to get more lemon juice that way, so it'll release the oils, the juices, much better, okay? Now, if you don't have fresh lemon, not a big deal. Just use lemon juice. It's fine, not that big of a deal. I'm going to go ahead and just put some fresh zest in here. Since I'm using the lemon, might as well use all that I need, right? Knock that zest off of there. I'm going to just cut this in half then, and put it in my press, and we're going to squeeze out some nice fresh lemon juice. There we go. Boy, I wish this was like smell-o-vision, you guys. This smells amazing. So we just have the lemon juice, lemon zest, tuna, garlic, all of that's cooking. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add that spaghetti now that I've already cooked. And I'm going to get that just kind of stirring around a little bit. Kind of broken up, I should say. I should have broke that up a little bit once I drained it. All right, we're going to stir all of this in here. And then the next thing I'm going to add, they tell you to let this cook and then add some capers. Now, I realize most people will not have capers in their house. I don't usually have capers. My son's a chef though. He happened to have some, he was making some sort of recipe and he had capers, and I'm like, oh, this is great. I can get rid of those. So I'm just going to throw some capers in here. And I will tell you, capers are very high in sodium. So if you have issues with your blood pressure, maybe leave the capers out. They're not a necessary ingredient because I made this last week. We enjoyed it for several days, really liked the recipe, but definitely it doesn't have to have capers. Now they tell you to throw some salt and pepper in there. I'm just going to do pepper. Again, I try to watch the amount of salt, so I'm not going to put any extra salt in there. And then the next thing I have is just some diced up parsley. I'm just going to put that parsley in there. We'll get that stirred around. Now, when it comes to like putting the liquid on here, what you can do is you can take some of the water that you reserved from when you drained the spaghetti, and you can put that in here to make it more of a broth. or I like it a little creamier, so I'm going to use a little bit of milk just so it's more of a creamy kind of a sauce that we end up with. And this is all there is to the garlic lemon tuna pasta. Super simple and pretty much ingredients that you have in your house. If you don't have fresh parsley, who cares? Use the dried parsley. The lemon, use some lemon juice. Super simple things you already have. I hope you'll give this recipe a try. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Thank you for stopping by my kitchen today.